Welcome. Why are we presenting this aspect of Southeast Asian history? The most immediate benefit of these Southeastern Asian videos is to provide sound arguments using verifiable images, scientific, historical, and migratory patterns, so as to expose the fact that Southeast Asia was once dominated by melanin-dominant human beings. The fact that today they are no longer in the majority implies that something horrible is happening or happened. Therefore, if we do not learn this history, we will become extinct. Our title is part 2 of Is Cambodia Black? All lies and biases. No matter what you have been told, viewed on television, popular media, school or university, black people founded Southeast Asian civilization, including Cambodia. Spelled Cambodia, Kampuchea. This is an anglicized form, a twist on the colonial by the French for the name Cambodia or Cambodia or Cambodia or Kampuchea. The second great Kambuja Khmer Empire rose after the fall of the original and the older Funan and then Angkor. This ancient Cambodian empire held power from the 9th to the 15th centuries. The city of Angkor was located in the modern Cambodian province of Siem Reap, which is in the northwest of the country. Angkor itself is a Cambodianized interpretation of the Sanskrit word Nagara, where we can get the word Kugara, which is a Bantu word which means to stay or city or to live. Let's continue this issue of Cambodia Black. This has been proved as a fact with overwhelming evidence and proof that was given in part 1. We continue to give more proofs with pictorial evidence and historical icons and statues and language. Melanin-dominant humans, whom we call Bantus, populated all of Southeast Asia and left statues, fantastic architectural cities and ruins. It is not a matter of belief, opinion, or hearsay, but a reality that liars do not want to see. There it is. Cambodia was thoroughly black. This is a wooden statue of a female in Cambodia almost 1,000 years ago. As a city, this image is purely a Muntu or Bantu or black people or Africoid or African or black Indian or whatever term you want to use. There it is. These are the original indigenous people. The evidence that we are giving is very solid. This is a relief at the Bayon Temple in Angkor, Cambodia, depicting the Khmer and Kham armies going to war. This is the late 12th and early 13th century. These people, when you look at these people and the elephant there, look at these people, it is very clear that these are Africans or what we would call melanin-dominant humans. There is no debate about that. It is very open. Now, the Khmer in Cambodia, whom we have shown to have been Bantus or melanin-dominant humans, were living a high life. However, after many wars against the Mongols and the others, they weakened their civilization, and in 1863 AD, the French almost destroyed everything. Since then, lies and more lies and divisive tactics have been used to sublimate and remove the indigenous people and absorb their civilization as the parent or current civilization of the current inhabitants who look like this. And these are the indigenous people of Cambodia. But these largely mulatto, Chinese, French people are not the indigenous or original people. We are offering that proof. Now, in the early 1900s, Montagu observed, one of the journalists there, 18,000 postcards which were produced depicting Cambodia, Vietnam, and Laos, which France ruled under the popular name Indochina. These are the pictures, postcards of Cambodia 1900 to 1950. Photographed at his home in Wellesley. There it is, the Phnom Penh, the 6 favorites of His Majesty Sisowath, 12th December 1906. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, these are Bantus. Let us never argue that dancers like this are Cambodians, yes, but they are Bantus. This is 1930. And these are proper, true, original Bantus. Who do you think these people look like? Do you think they are Asian? Do you think they are Europeans? Do you think they are mulattoes? These are pure, clear, straightforward, melanin-dominant human beings whom we call Bantus. When we say Bantu, we are not only referring to linguistics or language of a certain group of people in Africa, but we are including that as our indigenous word for black people or Africans or melanin-dominant humans. There is no doubt that these are the original indigenous people or descendants of the original indigenous people in Cambodia. Again, you can see here, look carefully there. These are Bantus in Cambodia. And this is their descendant, a Buddhist monk, a Muntu in Cambodia or Kambuja. More, Cambodia, melanin-dominant humans. This Angkor temple, straightforward. This Kambuja, we have shown this image many times. Look at the thick lips, the blunt nose, the peppercorn hair, blunt nose. These are the original indigenous people of Cambodia. There is a Khmer here. This is Cambodia, 1431 AD, Baffion style. A Muntu. The aquiline nose of a Muntu. Again, Cambodia, Angkor period, straightforward Muntu, big ears, lobes here with the horns here. Straightforward. These are our ancestors there. Again, Vajrastava, Angkor period. There is no question mark about it. Here is one of the founders of the Khmer Empire, which existed 1802 to 1431, based in northwestern Cambodia, covered modern-day Thailand, Vietnam, Laos, Malay Peninsula. Jayavarman II, the founder of the kingdom, nearly 1,000 temples exist there, and Angkor Wat, which is an aspect of a religious called Hinduism, existed there. So these are Bantus, Muntu, if in a singular. Again, more images of the 1930s. Oh, this is a princess dancer in Cambodia, and these are young Bantus or Cambodians winnowing. Look at them. They are not Asian in the sense of being Chinese, but they are Bantus. Again, Cambodia was and is a Bantu melanin dominant history, has that history. There again, this is 1932 in Cambodia, exactly with the oxen on the span there, on the yoke. And again, this is a picture postcard of Cambodia, 1900 to 1950 postcards given on this website. And when you look at these are Bantus, straightforward Bantus. No two ways about that. These are melanin dominant humans. What has happened to them? Where have they gone? This is our purpose of our lesson. This is Phnom Penh Young Children 1910. There is again. This is Les Musician, Dila, Princess, Kanakari. There. These are Bantus there. Straightforward. There are no two ways about that. These are the people that founded Southeast Asian civilizations. The countries that we have named: Cambodia, Vietnam, Laos, Thailand, and Burma, so-called Myanmar. These are the same people. There are some Cambodian. This is 2018. These people are still there. Although these now follow a religion called Islam, they are Bantus. No two ways about that. Don't even tell us. Look at the facial features of these people, and then compare with this statue of almost 1,000 years ago. Look at that. Look at that. Don't look and look away. These are Bantus, our race. Again, we show the kings here. This is His Majesty, 1814 in Cambodia. Sisowath looked like that. Then in October 1860, 24 April, Norodom I, king of Cambodia, looks like. Then this is the bust of King Ang Duong, king of Cambodia. October 1860, looks like that. So these are Bantus, Muntu. There are no debates on that. Again, more Bantus. This is now Cambodia. Look at that. SM Sisowath, a princess. Say Indochina, and they put a picture that is completely different from there on the stamp. Of course, we know why. And there is the modern one, still in Cambodia. More images there. This is in Cambodia, and these are Cambodians, Kambuja, Bantus. Look at that. Bantus, straightforward. There are no Question marks on that. These are the Negrito indigenous Kambojas. They look like that. These are found in Thailand, in Cambodia, in Vietnam, in the Philippines. We'll be showing all images of all those places. We are going to visit all those. These are Dravidian character. And then they say here, not Mongoloid eye, hair, block, and so forth. But that's all what science wants you to know. But look at the facial features. We don't worry about the hair. This is Afro hair. This Afro hair. This Afro hair. We got many types of hair. Again, they are the original indigenous people in Thailand, in Vietnam, in Cambodia, in Malaysia, South Vietnam, everywhere. Bantus. Did you know Austronesian means Southern Islands? That's all what it means. It doesn't mean a people. And now we are giving you the indigenous name of these people found in those areas. Now, here is Cambodia's old Minister of Defense. It's a Muntu. And now, here is the proof of what has happened in Cambodia. This is Chinese Defense Minister Chang Wang-Kwang here. And his Cambodian counterpart, Tiban. Salute as they listen to their country's national anthems before a meeting in Phnom Penh. This is proof that the Chinese are taking over, and they are taking it very, very silently. This is a mulatto almost. No longer looks like that. So, this is our history that we need to learn and know. This is Cambodia. And the timeline from 1813 to the present. What has happened there? King Nak Ong Chang gained the Cambodian throne with Vietnam's help. So, you see when they are coming in now. Following the king's death, Vietnam colonized Cambodia. 1863-1941, they were under the French protectorate to stop Thailand, Siam, and Vietnam from swallowing Cambodia. And then 1941 to 1945, under Japanese occupation, we know the Yayois. The Japanese, they no longer the indigenous Japanese that came and they infusing their blood there. Then the Vietnam War, and then the Khmer Rouge, that destroyed and killed almost everybody. And then Vietnam occupation again, 1979-1993. And then today, Cambodia is said to be free, but now we know who has replaced who, and we have learned that. Black Cambodia. These are the reasons why we should know about our history. That there are reasons for the unending bloodshed and Chinese interference in Cambodia. We have presented an indisputable proof left by our ancestors in the forms of statues, architectural buildings, images, pictures, religion, and DNA tests. Finding the original race and the first inhabitants in Cambodia or Cambodia is a lesson of self-discovery. This is why it is very important to know this history. Self-discovery. To participate in this total restoration of our Ubuntu Ma'ati philosophy and presence in all parts of the earth, send us an email to join@marifado.com. This preacher Rabbi L.M. Dumizulu of Marifado. Subscribe to our channel, Kamiti Buru Ethics. Until we meet again, stay focused on our own melanin-dominant identity, and let us know and reach out for all our brothers in any part of the world. Till we meet again, Edupe. Siabonga, Tatenta, Asante Sana, Enkos.